Hello everyone and welcome back. We are in the Cigar Journal headquarters here in Vienna, Austria, and we are currently actually in the humidor where we keep all the cigars before we do the tastings. This is where the cigars arrive, get debanded so that they can go to the tasting panel blind. I'm Colin Ganley.
I'm Reinhold Widmayer, hello.
And we're down to the final 5 cigars on our finest 25 cigars of 2011 list. Now, every one of these 25 were excellent. They're all cigars that I would love to smoke every day. I wish that I could smoke these cigars as often as possible.
That is true. That is true. But right now, we have to smoke the last 5.
We have to. It's our job. It's our responsibility. We have to smoke the last 5, and we are smoking 2 from the last 5 of the list. These are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're gonna go through and talk about each of these top 5 cigars.
I have the La Gloria Cubana in Menzos, which is number 5 on our list. It's a Toro that was made especially for the La Casas de Lotano. They're only available there. And it's just a beautiful cigar. What I like about this cigar, Colin, is it always reminds me of taking a walk through the Vienna woods.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the aromas are so woody, underwood, earthy, very nice. It has a lot of spice also, and it has some refreshing aromas like eucalyptus.
Okay.
It's a medium-bodied cigar, but it smokes very nice, and the wood is exceptional.
Interesting. So that's our highest rated Cuban cigar for 2011.
For the whole year, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty spectacular that cigar. I mean, you're used to hearing about the Cohibas and the Vejiques and stuff, and we do have that in the list. I mean, those are great cigars, but to have a small production like this be considered the highest rated on the list, that's quite something, right?
Yeah. La Gloria Cubana is not an international brand for Habanos, so it's available only in select markets, but it is a very nice brand. I think it's very popular in the UK.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of collectors really like it. They like some of the small ones. And it's great that they put this limited production out there. It's so good. Let's move on to number 4 on the list, which is the Cain Daytona 654 Torpedo. Now, Cain is the only brand that actually appears on our list 2 times. I mean, Cain has been an amazing new product from the Oliva company, and it's just really delicious. To be honest, when I first heard this story about Cain and how they wanted to use all Ligero, or mostly Ligero, in this line of cigars, I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be too strong. It's going to be terrible. But
and it is a pretty strong cigar.
It's a strong cigar, but they're good.
Well balanced. You still get the aromas. And actually, I think that's why Jose Oliva came out with the Daytona, is to also cater that kind of flavors to the cigar smoker that doesn't want the bold cigars so much.
Right.
The Daytona is a line that is not as strong as the regular Cain line.
No, it's true. And then let's talk about cigar number 3, because cigar number 3 blew the socks off of our tasting panel. Wouldn't you say? I mean,
it definitely did. And what was so stunning, and what was nice also, it just happened. The tasting happened right before the IPCPR show, and the panel had already decided that Carlos Torano will be the Cigar Man of the Year with the Lifetime Achievement Cigar Trophy. And then comes the tasting, and we were tasting the Master by Carlos Torano Churchill, and it just blew our mind off. It was really great.
It's so nice to see when a cigar just, the whole panel just goes nuts over it. They just love it, and they're like, they think, oh, I don't know what this is, but it's amazing. I mean, this was our highest rated cigar to date, right? 98 points.
98 points. Yeah.
Phenomenal cigar. And that's the Carlos Terrano Master coming in at number 3. Now, the number 2 cigar on our list is from AJ Fernandez. Now, this is another brand new cigar on the market this year. And again, we can say this for all the cigars in the finest 25 of the year. The tasting panel loved every single one of these cigars. But this is another one of those cigars. No one on the panel had ever heard of it. No one on the panel had ever tasted it before. And when it came through, they just thought, wow, this is amazing.
It was an amazing cigar. There's a funny story at the tasting. I think you've been there. Somebody took the cigar, and it's a box-pressed cigar, and said, oh, now we're smoking Padron. And of course, it was the San Lotano. And the Oval is just such a powerful, well-balanced cigar that it was amazing to everyone in the tasting panel. Yeah. Do you remember the score of the cigar? It was in the 90s.
It was in the high 90s. Yeah,
high 90s.
It scored spectacularly, but what I really like about this cigar is very consistent. Mm-hmm. Everything I've smoked from there is just very consistent. So it is what it is. And in the case of the San Lotano Oval, it is excellent.
By the way, it was just launched in Australia.
Oh, very cool. So for our Australian watchers, go check it out in your nearest retailer. And then finally, we move on to the number 1 finest cigar of 2011. I happen to be smoking it right now. It is the Padron Family Reserve 85 years. Now, the 85 years comes from Jose Orlando Padron, the founder of the company, who is 85 this year. So they named the cigar after that, and they've been doing this Family Reserve collection for about 5 years.
5 years, I believe, yeah.
And every example is unique, every example is exquisite, and this year's, the 85 years, is really a masterpiece, I think.
It is a very powerful cigar, and don't take me wrong, I wouldn't smoke it on an empty stomach. But still, it is extremely nicely balanced, and after a nice meal, you can have that cigar with no problems to your stomach. But the aromas are great. The spices are great. The draw is perfect. The cigar is so well made. Plus, it's also a rare cigar. You have to go out and look for it because you want to have it in your humidor.
Yeah, and they're only around. Usually, they're only around for 1 year. Maybe right. They make them longer, but they're hard to find. They've actually just started coming out into retailers a few months ago. So it's great that we were able to get it into the panel. And I mean, look at it. It's box pressed. It's got this nice dark oily wrapper, and yet it burns perfectly smoothly with this nice white ash, and it's gorgeous, savory, strong, rich, just an excellent cigar, and number 1 on our finest 25 cigars of 2011 list.
Which completes the whole list.
That's it.
And I would recommend for all of you to go ahead and taste every single one.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't go wrong with any of these cigars.
Right.
So do that. Taste every one of the cigars. Give us your feedback. Send us emails. Send us letters. Give us a phone call. If you're not currently a subscriber, you can do that on www.cigarjournal.co. That's .co. And we'd love to send a magazine out to your house. Please become a subscriber and give us your feedback about the tastings and what you think.
Enjoy all the cigars.
Enjoy the cigars.
See you soon.